Hey guys, we're out in Silver Valley today. Lucky enough to be doing some field work in a gorgeous part of the world. And what we're looking at here is a really fantastic 500 metre long vein, 5 to 10 metres thick quartz vein that hosted some significant lead and a bit of silver, or decent bit of silver, and minor copper and gold in it. And this was historically worked in small scale operations during the 50s. You can see an example of some old processing that was going on around here, and there's a few shafts in the area as well. So the question for us to answer is, where is the vein going? Can we predict where it'll have even more grade? And can we expand the scope of this project? So hopefully we answer it, but yeah, cheers. Alright guys, so we're just on our walk now. And we've come across the host rock of this mineralised vein, which is a metabasalt. So basalts for a lot of deposits around Australia are the source of metals. And what we see here is actually it's quite green, and the cause of that green colour is a mineral called epidote. And the significance of that is that this is telling us we've got some fluids that are going through these rocks, and they're actually fluids that are capable of stripping out certain elements and then depositing, the epidote as well. So really good signs to start seeing early on in the walk. Fantastic. Right, and what we're looking at here is some more of the basalt, right? And what's interesting about this here is you'll notice this open space in here. So I'd probably call that a vesicle, and you get them in the top layers of these basalts where the gas bubbles were, and then they leave open spaces. And see, it's hard to tell what's a vesicle and what's just a weathered out mineral, but I'd say it's a pretty good guess. And what you'll notice in this one is that you've actually got these crystals growing inside of it, likely quartz. As you turn that vesicle into an amygdale, you fill it with minerals, and potentially in this area you start seeing some really economic minerals like chalcopyrite filling in. So here's another one here you can see. And so what that really means is that we're looking at the quartz vein and the mineralization that's within the quartz vein, but we also really like this basalt. If there's fluids around the area that are carrying minerals, carrying nice metals that we like, and they're interacting with the rocks, and we're seeing infill like we saw in that first rock, we like to see that because there's a good chance we can see lead or copper or whatever else being deposited in there. All right guys, so here's a little bit more of what I was talking about, and we've got just heaps of little vesicles within the rock, so really like to see that. And a hot tip, if you're looking at a basalt unit and you want to know where the top is for that particular flow, if you see these, you're at the top. I'll tell you what, that's just about the biggest bush of spinifex I've seen in my life. It's enormous. Alrighty guys, so we're still walking, and we've just come across this splay vein that's come off the main sort of zone, just sitting under this tree. And what I notice here is that within the vein, we've actually got some, you'd have to check to be sure, but some chrysocolla, which is a copper carbonate mineral. So the same way that explorers of late used to get really excited finding malachite on the ground, the same way you do it in a galabi, we've got it within a vein over here as well. And then the other thing to note is this lime green mineral through here. And again, you'd have to check to be really sure, but there's a good chance that's the same epidote that we were seeing in the metabasalt earlier as well. So good stuff already.